Good morning, students of class 7. Today, once again, I am going to teach you chapter 1 basic. Basic stands for beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. Basic was developed in 1964 by John Camney and Thomas Kurtz, and Basic was easy language and was performing few computer tasks, and its a different version also exists. It was mainly used in microcomputers in earlier days. Basic, which I have discussed with you, was a language which was very powerful. These days, basics, extensions, Visual Basic and Visual Basic .NET are available. This was very powerful language. COBOL, commercial common business oriented language. Common business oriented language, it was developed to solve business problem like creating payroll and for business purpose. COBOL was developed, and this language was poor at complex mathematical calculation. It could not perform mathematical calculation properly. There are many versions of COBOLs, and are not all are compatible with each other. Pascal was one of the language was named after the Blaise Pascal. He was a mathematician and philosopher. Pascal was developed by the Swiss computer science professor Nicholas Wirth of Zurich in the late 1960s. And Pascal was also a programming language. Fortran formula transfer language. This was one of the most popular language amongst scientific community. It was developed in 1956 to provide an easy way of writing scientific and engineering applications. Fortran is especially useful in processing numerical data we could calculate using Fortran programming language. Some business applications can be written in Fortran, and contemporary version provide sophisticated structure for controlling program logic. So Fortran, students, I have told you, it was the first programming language which was solving mathematical numerical problems. C and C++, these programming languages are earlier programming language. Okay, it's a powerful and efficient language developed at AT&T's Bell Labs in the early 1970s. During 1970, we used C language. After that, K. Thompson developed C++ And nowadays both language we are using, it combines machine compatibility with tight control and efficient use of computer resources. The variety of different computers, it is used primarily by professional programmers to create operating system and application software, especially for computer. C++ is a newer version of C that is object oriented. It has all the compatibilities of C plus additional features for working with software object. C++ is used for developing application software. It means C++ is an extension of C programming, and C++ is an object oriented programming system which we will study in the next class. Fourth generation programming language is a grouping of programming language that attempt to get closer than third generation language to human language form of thinking and conceptualization. Fourth generation are designed to reduce the overall time, effort and cost software development, because software development and time is very important. So fourth generation language, the main domain and familiar of fourth generation are database queries, database queries, like in Oracle we study database, and in Access we study database. Report generator, data manipulation, analysis and reporting, screen painters and generators, CPU creators, mathematical optimization, web development and general purpose language. So these are the facilities of fourth generation languages. Students, fourth generation language is also known as domain specific language or a high productivity language. Fifth generation programming language is a grouping of programming languages built on the premise that a problem can be solved. It was having capability to solve any problem, understanding the problem. In the fifth generation, we have started using artificial intelligence like robotics, understanding, data manipulation. These capabilities are developed in fifth generation language, and an application can be built to solve it by providing constraint to the program. So fifth generation is an extension of fourth generation, and it has capability to perform and think itself. Fifth generation computers are intelligent computers. Okay. Now, how all the programming languages communicate with user? Computer understands only 0 and 1, and user understands English and many other languages. So we communicate with computer with the help of compiler and assembler. Compiler and assembler both are translators which translates human language into machine language and machine language into human language, vice versa. So compiler translates high level language into machine code, and vice versa. Source program, high level language is called source program, and compiler receives source program and translates into machine language, which is known as object program. And assembler uses mnemonics, abbreviation of words, and this is also a programming language which was used, and I have told you already assembly language was machine dependent. So assembly language program was also called source program, and assembler is a translator which translates assembly language program into machine language object code. Okay, so we have understood both the things, compiler and interpreter, compiler and assembler. Compiler and assembler both are translator which translates high level language into machine language and vice versa. Students, this chapter is completed. I will teach you question answer, all these fill in the blanks, true false, in the next video. Thank you very much.